There'll be an award presentation, and then they can say a word or two briefly, and we'll get on about our business along the way. So tonight, there are two people that are going to speak now before we do the introductions. One, I'm introducing, and he's going to introduce the other. But I can't pass this podium without a personal, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, and all of us that have been associated with the University of Montevallo, our president, John Stewart, who has done for 15 years now a fantastic job. And Montevallo is further along on the map than we've ever been. So let's just thank you. You know, the speed of the team is always the speed of the leader, and a leader just hires good people. And that's what makes the world go round. And tonight, the person that's responsible for this is our athletic director, who's been here now for 11 years, Mark Richards. He has done a fantastic job. He's overseen the introduction of, in this 11 years, 10 new sports, growth, 13 sports to 23 sports, and 4 club programs, 49 NCAA postseason appearances, and 10 conference championships. He's highlighted by Sweet 16 run for men's basketball in 2015, Sweet 16 run for women's soccer 2024, 3 state conference and regional championships for women's cross country 2014 and 2016, the first national championship in school history with Gabe Hicksonball winning the 2024 133-pound national championship for wrestling. Also, since 18, Montevallo has featured the most student athletes. And this is what Mark's real proud of. We all. The most student athletes of the Gulf South Conference academic all honor roll each season. That's a great tribute to the young men and women that we are graduating from here. Lots of facilities have been built: the softball stadium, Oak Park, the track and field, lacrosse stadium, the VACA renovation, the cycling course, golf course that many of us are in golf played, 9 holes right there, into a cycling, mountain biking course, the press box at varsity field, and countless other facility upgrades. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome our athletic director. I think his actual title is Special Programs, Vice President for Athletics and Special Programs, Mark Richards.
Thank you, Todd. And most of all, thank you for being the MC tonight. Perfect choice to do this tonight with a golf team going in and Todd being a golfer and also his good friend Paul Duran. So excited, thank you for stepping to the plate and being our pinch hitter. Yes, thank you. This is the 31st class that we're going to induct into the Hall of Fame. Another great class. It's been a great part to be a part of this selection committee. But I'd like to start off first, because this is the first year we've actually had a sponsor for our Hall of Fame. And it's something we've been looking for the last 4 or 5 years. And we were lucky enough to land AmFirst. And I'd like to invite Chance Hallmark, who is the Vice President for Membership Development. Chance, come on up, please. I don't know if you saw AmFirst out in the lobby, but they had these little things, footballs. I don't know what the plan was for the footballs.
Yeah, we should have thrown them out.
But if you could just tell us a little bit what this means to you guys.
Sure. First of all, I want to make sure that y'all know I've got some guests with me. Leanne Pate is our branch manager at our Calera branch. And then we got Daniel Holmes, who's our director of marketing. And many of y'all know Daniel and his wife Kelly, that used to be a part of the university here. So, why is this relationship with the University of Montevallo Athletics important to AmFirst? Well, our vision statement at AmFirst is improving the lives of our members and the communities that we serve. And we like to support events, activities, organizations that are important to the people who live in those communities. And we feel like University of Montevallo Athletics is one of those important organizations. Now, not only do we just support the organization, but we provide financial wellness classes for student athletes, financial wellness classes for some of the other university students, and even some of the staff attend those financial wellness classes. And those classes help support and encourage financial stability. Now that's something I wished I had had when I was in college. And if you're interested more about AmFirst, we want you to go to our website, amfirst.org, and make sure you go to amfirst.org. Don't go to amfirst.com because I don't know what that is. And stop by any of our branches. We got branch locations all over the Birmingham metro area, including a branch not too far from here in Calera. It's just a couple of doors down from Chick-fil-A, and that's where Leanne's the manager. So we want you to come by and see us. And now, to all of you that are being inducted into the Hall of Fame, congratulations. We hope this is a very special night for you. AmFirst is proud to be a part of it. And Mark, thank you for allowing me to say a few words. And we want you to come and see us. Thank you.
Thank you, Chance. I appreciate Daniel. Leanne, thank you for coming. You guys have been awesome. They do a lot for us. Just to kind of go down at this moment, I'd like to recognize our Hall of Fame committee. It takes a lot of work throughout the year to go through this and select each class, but these guys have been great to work with. And if they could stand, Katie O'Brien, is Katie here? She might be out in the lobby. Wyatt Hall, Coach Rose, Chandler Rose, they just finished up playing baseball. Most importantly, we won the baseball game 4-2 today, so you might be worked on the field. That's right. Ronnie Holzenbeck, where's Ronnie? Reed Cosby? Becky Lyman, is that here? He may be out helping out. Scott Dillard. Two other members not here are Dr. Tyler, our faculty athletic rep, and Tammy Richardson, great volleyball coach throughout the state. And then, of course, last but not least, Coach Bob Reesner. Coach Reesner, where are you sitting? Next, I'd like to talk a little bit about the people that help us out. You know, to have a strong foundation, you need good people. I'm very, very lucky to the people I work with every day. They come to work, they work hard, get the job done, and it's not about them, it's about the team. And I know you guys have been a lot of team sports. You know what that means when some people try to make it about them. They make it about the student athletes. I'm very proud of it. Barbara Holcomb, who's out there, is our business manager. Ed Langham, our associate AD. Katie O'Brien is our assistant AD for academics and compliance. Blake Jowers, Blake is back there working the PowerPoint. Blake, thank you. He's our director of media relations. We also have Jaden Davies. Jaden is out checking people in. And Elizabeth Juarez, she's our director of athletics annual giving. Elizabeth, where are you located? Back there. So thank you guys. We appreciate it. One last person I would like to recognize is Andrew Fancher. Andrew is the director of operations here at the Performing Arts Center. We could not get this done without him. So please give everyone a round of applause. Some of our coaches who are here, I want to recognize them. Of course, I talked about Chandler Rose. Coach Bruce Dieterle, the head men's soccer coach, the 2021 GSE Coach of the Year. Coach Dieterle, where are you? Please stand. Back there. Coach, thank you. Justin Pratt. Justin is a men's and women's golf coach. He was the Peach Bell Conference Coach of the Year back in 2015, 2016. We had a couple Hall of Famers. Justin, please stand. Thank you. The assistant coach, Lauren Martin. Lauren's in her first year. Lauren, stand up, say hi. And then our two bartenders tonight were, where are they? They're probably out there cleaning up. But Jake Wyman was our head women's soccer coach, and his assistant was Trey Gregory. Our women's soccer team had a fabulous year this year. They ended up going to Sweet 16 and winning a couple key games. So very proud of them, and I know he's got a lot of student athletes back, so he's excited for next year. Most important, I want to recognize a lot of the Hall of Famers here today. If you could hold your applause, please stand when I call your name. Elaine Wood, golf. Mike Dunn, baseball. Randy Morrow, baseball. Kevin Fowler, baseball. I'm not sure Kevin's here. Charlie Stano, baseball. Greg Key, baseball. Matt Mitchell, baseball. Herman Watts, basketball. Owen Butts, basketball. Harry Hamilton, meritorious service, Dr. Hamilton. Todd Strange, golf and meritorious service. Rena Cosby, volleyball. Raven Keat, soccer. Adam Frazier, is Adam here? Soccer. Great to see you, Adam. Coach Bob Reesner, head baseball coach here for 30 years, former AD. And last but not least, Dr. Leon Davis, first basketball coach, tennis coach, golf coach, athletic director, you name it, Coach Davis did it. Let's please give everybody a round of applause. You know, really excited about this year's class. I had a chance to watch Erin Eddy play golf, fabulous golfer. She was awesome. Paul Duran, congratulations. Paul's been involved so much with athletics and always there, a friend of ours. Bob Hendershot, baseball. If I've heard once about him picking people off first, I've heard it a million times. Coach Reesers even showed me in my office how he picked them off first. But congratulations, Bob. Milan from our men's soccer, I didn't get a chance to see him play. He graduated a few years before I got here, but fabulous soccer player. And last but not least is the 81 men's golf team. I have played golf with 3 of those guys, and they're pretty darn good golfers. So looking forward to hearing them tonight as they accept their induction. So just one last thing. I know Todd talked a little bit about athletics. We've done a lot here in the last 10, 11 years. Could not have done it without Dr. Stewart. His vision, his support. We cannot do anything without him helping us along the way. And he started the idea about the wrestling team, and we've worked together on that. So I almost like to call him the AD for the wrestling team. And he did get a national championship to go with his outdoor scholar bass fishing championship. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the president of the University of Montevallo, John Stewart.
Thank you, Mark. We've got some really great work to do tonight. We want to get the show on the road, so I'll be really brief. Thank you for coming back, especially those of you who drove some distance or traveled. There's one guy in this room, though, a former Hall of Famer, who visited us tonight from Luxembourg, where he lives. And Milan, where are you? Milan was a men's soccer player, former Hall of Famer. Thank you for coming all the way. I tried to pronounce your last name and decided I'd just make it. I want to echo Mark's words about our chair of the board, Todd Strange, who was inducted last year in the Hall of Fame. Todd, thank you. I don't get a chance publicly to thank you for your leadership, but he is everything that you would want the leader of your board of trustees to be. He's a visionary. He's a philanthropist here at Montevallo. He has served our institution in almost every way that someone can serve it, from the time he graduated and joined the junior board to being the chair now. And so, Todd, thank you for all that you mean to us. And Todd was here early with his fraternity brothers, the Sigmas, who are now the ATOs. And Todd mentioned Chancellor Jack Hawkins from Troy is here. But for you guys who came early, and to be here for Paul tonight, I did want to welcome you. You're a special part of our history here at Montevallo. So for you ATO guys, thank you for being here. I wish I could tell you what athletics means to the University of Montevallo. Mark was just up here. Mark doesn't get enough credit. When we got started together, when Mark came 11, 12 years ago, we had 180 student athletes, and we agreed that our student athletes at Montevallo, just like when you were here, represent us so well. They're so much a part of what we do here. They add breadth and depth to our campus. They're in the community service. They're excellent in the classroom. And in fact, I'll tell you, We have a really important a paid summer internship for science students from Montevallo to work at Harvard Medical School in a lab there with one of our researchers who's a graduate. And I'll tell you, 4 of the last 5 Harvard interns have been student athletes. And I will say I've worked at Division III institutions, Division I institutions, and here at Montevallo at a D2 school. Mark Richard is the best athletic director that I've ever come in contact with. Mark, thank you for the inductees and your families and friends who are here tonight. Thank you for making us what we are. We appreciate you, and hearty congratulations. Thanks.
Many of you here would not recognize the name Ed Sullivan, but those of us that do, Ed would always say, "On with the show!" And so that's where we're going tonight. In your program, you can read the full life history and the biography, but if you're of my age, it's hard to read. So we're going to call the inductees' names up here, and as they're making their way, I will give you a brief outline of what some of the accomplishments are, and with certain individuals, I will mess up their names or where they're from, so please accept my apologies early on as we do that. Now, I don't know why they're in this particular order, but the first one tonight is Erin Eddie Cockrell. Will she come up? Hey, guys. Erin Eddie Cockrell. She played on the women's golf team for 3 seasons, 2015, 2016, and 2017. That's more than you did, Paul. And she played a heck of a lot better than you. She graduated in 2018 in exercise science, 3-time Peach Belt Conference first team selection, 2017 Peach Belt Conference Player of the Year, Peach Belt Conference Individual Champion, 2-time Women's Golf Coaches Association All-American, the 2017 Margaret Bullock Award co-winner, which is the most outstanding female athlete, the Peach Belt Conference Silver Scholar and Honor Roll selection, received a master's in education from that sister institution down the road in West Alabama. She's from Hartselle, and she's doing her life work as a special education teacher at Hartselle Junior High. Would you please welcome Erin Eddie Cockrell.
If you were a student athlete, you know the blood, sweat, and tears that were constantly poured out as a commitment to your sport. In golf specifically, the sweat and the tears. And if you played 1 round of golf, you'll understand that. Golf is anything but easy, but the lessons that it taught me were, and still are to this day, very useful. These lessons were learned through playing a sport, but they're life lessons as well. So number 1, on your bad days, remember that it's just one day. Just like in golf, it's just one round. Doesn't mean that the next day is going to be the same. So keep your head up and move on. Number 2, one bad shot does not define you as the golfer or how the rest of your round is going to go. Just like in life, one mistake or hiccup does not define who you are or where you'll go from there. So show yourself some grace and learn from your mistakes. And number 3, just have fun. So yes, performing well is important, but it is not more important than having a positive attitude and showing good sportsmanship. You represent your teammates, your coaches, your school, and your family, so represent them well. Now, I'm not saying I learned these lessons right away, because it took me a while to realize the importance of some of them. But as a school teacher and soon-to-be mama, these lessons are lessons that I hope to teach my students and my kids along the way. Again, being a student athlete was tough, and at times it was very stressful. With the hours and hours put into practice, tournaments, workouts, and late-night homework marathons, I honestly don't know how I made it some days, but that's when the support and love of my teammates and coaches were very much needed and appreciated. Our team of ladies was something special, and I'm sure Coach Pratt and Coach Andrew Lowry, who's our assistant coach at the time, would agree that there was never a dull moment with our group. We had a lot of laughs and good times, but we also got a few necessary lectures along the way. We gave our coaches some serious concerts in the van on the long travel days, and we also had some quiet rides back where everyone collapsed from pure exhaustion. These years went by quickly, and even though I would change just a few things, I am very grateful for each and every day that I had here. The good, the bad, and the ugly days were plenty, but I'm grateful that my good days brought me to this point right here. It truly is an honor to be inducted into the 2025 University of Montevallo Athletics Hall of Fame. I'm so thankful to Coach Pratt and Coach Andrew for giving me a chance as a middle-of-the-year transfer. I'm thankful for my teammates, the friends I made here, my parents' support and encouragement, and most importantly, God, for this incredible blessing, because I wouldn't have any of this without Him. My time at the University of Montevallo is anything but boring or easy, but it's all part of my story, and it led me to where I am and who I am today. Thank you. Very rarely. Got some cobwebs on the clubs.
So what's your handicap? You're swimming?
Yes.
All right, so when you were at the time here, your drive, how old is a short knocker? How far would you hit your drive?
260?
No, we wish. Congratulations.
Thank you.
In addition to being inducted to the Sports Hall of Fame, he's also going to get the award for traveling the furthest to get here. I'm honored now to officially welcome, this is one of them I want to make sure I get right, Milan Palush.
That was really close, but
Palush.
Palush.
Would you please come down? He played 4 seasons in soccer from 27 to 2010, graduated in 2011 with a degree in finance. All of this is international finance. He's in Luxembourg now. He scored 28 goals and total 34 assists in his career in 74 games he played. He helped Montevallo to 3 NCAA Division II postseason appearances, including a Final Four run in 27. He's part of UM's Gulf Coast Conference regular season championship team in 2008. He contributed to a 76.1 percentage win for Montevallo between 27 and 10. Three-time All-Conference selection, 3-time All-Region selection, Electronics All-American, Scholar All-American. Isn't it wonderful to have scholars too from Subasha, Serbia, a beautiful, beautiful country. Please welcome.
So I first got an email about getting inducted. This told me 7 minutes to make my speech, so I really tried to focus on 7 minutes. So please bear with me as I go through it. But good evening, everyone. It is truly nice to be back, and I'm honored to stand in front of you today. I would like to thank the University of Montevallo Hall of Fame for this recognition. But like many successes in life, this wouldn't be possible without the support of others. My family, my coaches, my teammates, staff, professors, and close friends, many of whom traveled from Europe to come here and be with me today. This recognition is very special to me, not only because it might be the only Hall of Fame I can get into at this age, but because it wraps up an unforgettable journey that shaped me personally and laid the foundation for my professional career and everything that followed. I'll forever be grateful to the university for the opportunity, and I hope I managed to reciprocate with giving all I had on the pitch. So how does a kid from a town in northern Serbia end up in Alabama? Well, it all started with love for soccer. Around age 5, I fell in love with a sport that would define my future. You could find me outside playing until sun goes down, or until my mom would drag me in for dinner. Day, night, rain, snow, sunshine, didn't matter. I played by myself, with friends, anybody that would like. But getting into university also requires good grades. So the same competitive spirit I had on the pitch, I translated in school. Ultimately, it came down to 3 things: a CD, an email, and trust. I sent a CD with my soccer highlights. Some of you might not know that. I sent a CD with my soccer highlights to Coach Ryan Pratt. His brother is here with us tonight. And he offered me a scholarship or an email without meeting me in person or seeing me play. And to be honest with you, I didn't believe that's true until I really arrived to Montreal. But I said, well, I'll take a chance and I'll go and see how it goes. The first few months didn't go as planned. I lost weight, struggled with the humidity, and some of you who moved here as well, you know how it feels in the summer in Montreal. Wasn't playing well from the beginning, and I got an F on the first class. I truly was worried I would go back to Serbia and lose my scholarship. But my mom, who's here with us tonight, she assured me that, and she told me that you can always come home, don't worry. So that simple statement allowed me to calm down and refocus. And one of the beautiful things about being a human being is our resilience. Not long after my second month here, my English got better, because it keeps improving. My grades picked up. I started playing better and I gained back the weight that I lost. Those early struggles taught me the power of perseverance, and I carried the lesson with me ever since. My college journey was pleasant in many ways. I've now traveled both in the US and internationally, and I can proudly say the Southern hospitality is unmatched. Unmatched. The smiles, the greetings on the street to strangers, which I was surprised by in the beginning. Later I started doing the same. The community support, they all helped me adjust and feel at home. When I struggled, it wasn't just my own determination that got me through. It was the kindness of people around me. Whether it was a professor taking extra time to help me with an assignment, whether it was my coaches and teammates that were encouraging me, or it was my dear friend John Ogletree, who welcomed me to his family and helped me with everything that I needed, when I really needed. Those small acts of kindness made all the difference. That feeling of belonging is something I always carry with me. I hope that in return for the opportunity I was given, I felt something meaningful behind. Maybe it was my commitment on the field, my drive to show up every day, or even a small example for younger athletes that came after me. Hard work, resilience, and a little bit of trust can take you further than you ever imagined. If my journey can inspire even one student athlete to keep pushing, especially in the times that get tough, then I've done my job. Looking back, Montevallo was more than a university. It was my home away from home. It challenged me to overcome obstacles, introduced me to friendships that will last a lifetime, and gave me memories that I'll cherish forever. If there's one thing I've learned along the way, is that opportunities come in unexpected forms. Sometimes just through a CD and email. But when they do, embrace them fully. They really can change your life. So thank you, Montevallo, for taking a chance on me. Thank you to my teammates and coaches who pushed me, my professors who challenged me, and my friends who made this journey unforgettable. And of course, a special thanks to my mom, who always reminded me that no matter what, I can always come home. But I'm glad I stayed. It's an honor to be part of Montevallo Hall of Fame, and I will carry this moment with me tonight forever. Thank you all for being here. Thank you.
I did not mention, I think I did, he is from Luxembourg. but he's also CEO of Ontario Capital, and he's putting that finance degree to work. He answered the Southern call, y'all come. We're honored that he did that. What a commercial for the University of Montevallo. The next inductee is Robert Hendershot. Robert Hendershot, I was interested to read the snippets that you will read in the program. He played baseball 2 seasons in 1980, 1981. He graduated in health and physical education in 1982. Alabama Collegiate Conference, all-conference honoree. Helped Alabama Collegiate Conference Championship and NAIA District 27 Championship as a pitcher and an outfielder. Those dual roles today bring in about $750 million. You should have hung around. Team most valuable player, most valuable pitcher in 1981, set Montevallo's single season record with 23 pickoffs. In 81, he holds the Montevallo career record of 43 career pickoffs in 2 seasons. I think they said, you got a sneaky move, is that what it was? Posted a 12-5 record on the mound during his career. He posted a .339 batting average with 13 home runs, 28 doubles, and 79 RBIs. He helped the Blue Sox to a league championship in the New York Penn League, the Utica Blue Sox he played with in 82. His Blue Sox team was inducted into the Greater Utica Sports Hall of Fame in 2023. He actually played for the Atlanta Braves in 1984. He was a full-time assistant here from 83 to 86 under the Hall of Fame coach, Bob Reeser, that we saw tonight. He worked as assistant coach at Jacksonville State under Rudy Abbott and helped the Gamecocks to College World Series appearances in 88 and 89. He's from Auburn, New York, currently lives in Clyde, New York, and works as an assistant baseball coach at Cayuga Community College. Please welcome Ross.
Good evening. It's quite an honor. I want to thank Mark Richards, the Hall of Fame Committee, Wyatt Hall. A special congratulations to the other inductees. As tough as it is to be inducted in a Hall of Fame, it might be just as tough to sum up this game, this honor, and what this moment truly means to me. I am forever grateful to Dr. Leon Davis for his guidance and professionalism to education and athletics. Thank you. To Coach Reesner, Mrs. Reesner, thank you for being here to celebrate this occasion. Coach Reesner, I shaved tonight. So you can send me back to the warm early. Coach would always make sure we presented ourselves properly on campus and the community. Coach Reesner challenged us to live life in a powerful way. He challenged us to be men with no excuses and work hard. I am forever grateful for him and how he has touched my life. In '81, when we came back from the regional tournament in Arkansas, I was six hours short of my degree, and so that summer Coach Reesner called me and says, you need to come back here and finish your degree. And then I came back in the fall of '81 and worked with the team, went to school, and finished my degree in the spring of '82. Forever grateful. Thank you for not giving up on me. To Coach Billy Van, our assistant coach, I am grateful for making us toe the line with no excuses. He was such a kind soul of a man, with great energy for life. Thank you, Billy Van. To my teammates, thank you for the seasons of hard work, commitment to the task at hand, and the ups and downs of a season, preparing our skills with each other, and now everlasting friendship. Love you guys always. Absolutely. Best teammate I ever had was here at Montevallo. He was the guy that was glued to our team. He was the glue. He set an example of hard work, looks out for his teammates, and is always there for us. Tommy McNorton, I want to tell you that recognize you because you're the best that life gives us, and we've become brothers, and we'll be close forever. Thank you, Tommy. To my mom and dad for bringing me into this beautiful world. You taught me to make the best of it, and here I am. I feel in my heart I have made them proud. To my brother who gave me my competitive nature, we sure did scrap a lot, but he made me believe in myself. I want to talk about the most important person in my life, and that's my wife, Debbie. 32 years of sacrifice, forgiveness, taught me about love, unwavering love. She's my rock. We have 3 beautiful kids. 2 are educators, coaches, and the youngest is in production in Los Angeles, Ryan, Rachel, and Jessica. I shine with pride on who you are and who you've become. I share your dreams every moment of my life. Thank you to Kenny Brown and Cindy. Thank you for being here tonight. Ronnie Holsenbeck, your brother Johnny, yep, he's the best. Yep. And he'll be forever in my heart. Finally, I'd like to say I'm so proud of this university and how it's grown over the years. And all I can say is keep growing. Thank you.
We're going to take a moment of privilege for Mark Richards to come back. And after 10 years, we often get a redo, and he'd like to have a redo at this time.
I made a big mistake. I forgot 2 people, Natalie Powell and Courtney Richard. You 2 please stand in the Hall of Fame. I fumbled the ball. I apologize. Thank you. Soccer, good soccer. Thank you.
I'll take just another moment before we introduce Dr. Paul Duran. There's several of us here tonight that have a special connection to Paul, and he asked me to tell a quick story. And the statute of limitations has run on this because this happened in 1962. You know, Dr. Stewart and Mark, you guys give scholarships. And back in '62, not so much. And so those of us that were on the golf team, we too got scholarships. And I don't know about Lane and the rest of you, I don't know what kind of scholarship you got, but the scholarship we got was 3 Dunlap Maxfly golf balls. You played with 1 and you sold 2, and that was your lunch money. God forbid if you lost that 1. The next person to be introduced tonight is Paul Duran. Dr. Duran, if you would make your way to the front, and you can be slow about it, because we got a lot to read. Golf and meritorious service. He played golf here in '66 and '67. He graduated in business administration in '68. My notes say, and with great pride, he was a member of the Sigma Social Club, now ATO organization. No great applause for that. He heavily involved in campus during his college years. For 33 years, he's been in education, including stops in Dallas County, Stanford University, and Jefferson State Community College. Involves heavily in UM over the years, UM Foundation Board of Directors and Chair, UM National Alumni Association, served as President, Vice President, Board of Directors, President of Montevallo Jefferson Alumni Association from 97 to 2013. He never got it right, but he really tried. He spearheaded the Montevallo Annual Alumni Day Golf Tournament for 20 years and helped transition that into a very successful fundraiser. In 2002, Mary Lou Elder Williams Alumni Award was given to him, and in 1999, the Leon Davis Award winner. Contributions to community, founding board member of the Hoover City School System, created the Homewood Library Foundation and served as Board of Trustees Chair. St. Vincent's Health System Foundation board members for 15 years. Founding board member of AmFirst, Alabama's chapter of the American Liver Foundation. He served as president and vice president. Alabama Community Development Corporation Board of Directors. He currently lives in Homewood, and his wife Connie, where's Connie? Connie is with him tonight. Would you please welcome Paul Duran, Mayor for service.
Good evening to everyone. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Lift it up, Paul.
Lift it up.
Lift it up so we can hear better.
I'll carry things up. Hello? Is that better?
That's better.
I don't have any prepared remarks. I do have my cell phone, and Mark said he's going to yank me out of here if I go over 10 minutes. So I'll keep up to the time. When I got a call from Mark about this award, I was thinking it was a humanitarian award, because a humanitarian award is when you make somebody feel better, you enrich their lives. And all the golf matches I lost my freshman year, I made my opponent look like a hero in his university. We were not, I didn't get to see Coach Pratt, but there he is, okay. He does recruiting, and Montevallo, back in the 1960s, did not do recruiting. But I was recruited, and nobody knows that. Still being tonight. My freshman year, I signed up for intermediate golf, my first semester. And I'm going to tell a secret. I never told my teammates because they're like blood and water. I only played, 6 rounds of golf in my life before I came to Montevallo. After my junior in high school, I played 3 rounds. After my senior in high school, I played 3 rounds. All of my minister, the Presbyterian minister, Mr. Freeman, who was a really good athlete, and he liked to walk and carry clubs, so we walked and carried clubs. Never kept score. And in doing that, I thought, well, this is good. I mean, this is good exercise. My parents bought me some clubs, and a golf bag, and golf shoes, and I had 4 irons, 3, 5, 7, 9, and a putter. Had a driver and a 3-wood. Had 7 clubs. I'm 7 clubs short of the maximum. And so I show up in Montevallo, take intermediate golf, like Chester Palmer. I didn't know he was the athletic director, I didn't know he was the coach. He was just a teacher that gets a golf class, and he stressed the rules. I learned the rules of golf. We had a final exam that was written in the freshman year. After that was over, Dr. Palmer comes up to me and says, "Duran, you've got a good golf swing. Why don't you try out for the golf team?" I was recruited. And I did that, and he told me the date. Todd was a junior. Jim Armstead, Mobile also, was a senior. We had 4 spots on the 16-man team. So we had 18 holes of golf. First time I ever kept score. And I shot 78, made the 6-man team. And I said, this is good, especially when I missed a lot of classes in the afternoon playing golf. After that, my sophomore year, show you how sophisticated things were back then. My sophomore year, our golf coach was the director of admissions. And his wife was the director of the Alumni Association. Kermit Matheson, Robert Francis Matheson. And he became lifelong friends of our family. My wife Connie, class of 71 and 73 at Montevallo. And then junior year, we had a golf coach, and Ward Tischler, Dr. Tischler, who was head of the physical education department. And we took trips, and the guy that drove us on our trips was Dr. Leon Davis, who was the basketball coach here at the time. Later became golf coach. And he also has become a lifelong friend of our family. Coach Davis, I appreciate you. I have so much respect for you and all you did for this university in athletics. All that to say is that golf taught me a lot. It taught me how to focus, and it helped me in anything I did, because I knew that you're going to miss some shots, but you can also correct those shots. I will tell you a funny story. My freshman year, athletic bank, we only had 5. I think we only had 5 athletic teams at that time, all male. And I remember at athletic banquet, Dr. Palmer said, there's a phrase in golf that signifies somebody's a good ball striker, that they can get it from the tee to the green in regulation. And he said, Paul Duran was one of the best I've ever seen, and the word is T-R-E-E, from tree to green. He said, I was good. I could get it up and down from anywhere, because I could chip and putt. I could read greens and I could putt. But I did get a good set of clubs and showed up and used those clubs. Tommy Arnold Silver Scots, 1952, Coach Brad. Kept those for a long time. But what I want to deviate right now from, and make sure I've got the time, is to tell you how much athletics not only meant to me and being able to focus, but also we had a phrase in our fraternity that said grades are indicative, right, Jack Hawkins? Grades were indicative. Grades in athletics will mix, but grades and your success in academics will get you a good job, or at least steer you in that direction. What you may not appreciate, unless you're like me and think about it 20, 30 years later, is the socialization process that takes place while you're a student in college. You interact with your fellow students if you live in a dorm, and you learn how that works and how things like that will benefit you for the rest of your life. You interact with any organizations that you belong to, like my fraternity. It means everything to me. It also will allow you, in order to develop yourself, you will learn how not only to get along with people, but how to make your way in society. And for me, I figured out that's just if not more important, that's at least as important as your grades and your academics. And I would encourage, and people took advantage of that, they were in honoraries, Beta Beta Beta, Alpha Kappa Psi, Kappa Mu Epsilon, and you interact with those people. You also interact not only with your students, but with your faculty and the administration and the staff. And if you can behave yourself, you get to see the Dean of Men, Dean of Women, and you interact with them also. You learn so much besides just studying in college that benefits you for the rest of your life. Todd told the story of our scholarship program. He let that cat out of the bag. We dedicated the School of Business building and told that story. What he left out was that you got $3 meal money. Jay, when I was in jail, I remember that you got $3 meal money when you travel. And if you worked with a cafeteria, you could get them to make you something and pocket that $3 also. So you had $2 in balls and $3. And what's significant, let me tell you, 1960s, last century, for $1, you could get in a car and go on Highway 25. He knows where I'm going. You can go on Highway 25 toward Calera and stop at this restaurant. I won't say that, this place to eat on the way to Calera called Libs. Anybody remember Libs? Okay. For $1, you could get a hamburger steak, smothered with 3 inches of French fries, a side salad, and a 32-ounce glass of tea for $1. Of course, you had to go to the infirmary the next day. All that to say, I enjoyed my time here at Mount Valley. I enjoyed my company of my fraternity brothers. But also, before I leave here, I want to make sure that everybody appreciates the job that these people that we've been talking about tonight. John Stewart, I want to thank him publicly for working with the foundation in order to get students in the classroom in the seats during 2020 and 2021. Because if that had not happened, we wouldn't be here today. We would have shut the doors. And Mark Richards, athletic director, a lot of moving parts. I remember, I think he told me they had about 450 men on campus in athletics. When I was in school here, we didn't have 450 men. But also, I did want to say thanks to Dr. Davis for being here tonight. He has meant a lot to athletics in this university. And again, I appreciate my time, and I do appreciate this recognition tonight. It is indeed an honor that I will cherish. Thank you so much for being here.
Paul didn't introduce 3 of his teammates that are here tonight. They're sitting in the back row with Dr. Hawkins, Andy McKinnis. You recognize that name? He's the first person on 3 on String musical group. Jay Jackson, 5-time mayor of Eufaula, Alabama, and Jerry Fulmer, who's the best employed that his wife has in the lighting business. So, we've heard about Dr. Leon Davis a lot. He's a legend in his own time. He's been around a minute or two. He's going to be included in this next recognition of something that I have come to learn, the term GOAT, the greatest of all time. Now, I don't know who coined that, but the most successful golf team in school history is the 1981 men's golf team. Larry, you're the GOAT? Whoa, that is so good. With the GOAT team, please make their way to the podium. And I'll tell you a little bit about the team. Back in 1981, they played 10 total events. They earned 4 wins and run-up twice. 3 players combined for 5 individual wins during the season. 5 players combined for 22 all-tournament selections. I don't understand how you can get that number of work, but won a 2nd Congressional Southern States Conference Championship in NAIA District 27-20, advanced to the NAIA National Championship, Hall of Fame head coach and athletic director, Dr. Leon Davis. Davis led the team and was named NAIA District 27 Coach of the Year. He coined the phrase. The 1981 team took men's golf team. He's talking about me because I played 62 and 63 and 64 and all the rest of it. Took the men's golf team from obscurity to national prominence. 81 team featured regular starters and current athletics Hall of Famers Larry Anderson and Norm Tums, Greg Adhope, Les Holcomb, Tim Mostafaris, along with William Brummett and Scott Henderson. So please welcome the 1982-81 GOAT team.
Wow, 45 years. Man, I'm glad we're still all alive. But anyway, yeah, this team was great. We had such fun, and we tormented this poor guy here.
He's got great hair, right?
He's 93 years old, and I don't realize that you were like, we all thought you were like 93 then. Because we were like 17 and 18. But anyway, I'm here for my teammates and more for Coach Davis in getting this honor, well-deserved honor. The only thing that we're missing is a Hall of Fame room for that what year was that? That Impala that we had. 19, did you guys have it on the first golf team?
Impala?
Yeah, that station wagon. That green station wagon that you drove around in. We needed to have that. Huh? He never wrecked it. Well, he couldn't. It was like a postal truck. Anyway, I want to thank my teammates and some of the ones that aren't here that inspired this team to become better with a little of what we had. So anyway, I think Larry.
Norm's our team captain, and thanks, Norm. I'd like to also, on behalf of the team, thank the Hall of Fame Committee for this amazing honor. My wife Sig and I met here almost 45 years ago. We walked these beautiful streets, went through these classrooms, have some just phenomenal memories here. We came up here tonight, we were driving through, and she saw this new facility here, this gorgeous place. She's seen the new Stevens College of Business, the Strong Center, just all this beautiful, and walking in, seeing this place, and knowing that our son Keaton's here, his wife Kate, our daughter Catherine's here, I turned to her and said, "Sing it. Look at this. I mean, did you ever in your wildest dreams think this night would happen?" She said, "LJ, what makes you think you're in my wildest dreams?" But we're here. Norm's asked me to paint you a picture about And I'm gonna try my best to keep from saying anyone's individual aspect. You'll hear that, but it won't be ascribed to a specific person, because we're here to celebrate the team. But I can't start there, because the success this team had really began the previous year. It really began with the team from 1979-80. That team included my teammates, Les, Norm, Brad Dinkmeyer, who flew in from Chicago today. Where are you, Brad? Woo! Robert Korinsky, who is watching the live feed, we hope, on YouTube from his home in Rochester, New York, and Chris Myers from Hartselle. That team really laid the foundation for this team's success, and that team, I hope that one day the committee will consider them for induction to this prestigious hall. That team won the Southern States Conference Championship and had the individual champion for the first time in school history. That team won the NAI District 27 Championship and had the individual champion for the first time in school history. That team's coach was named the District 27 Coach of the Year for golf, the first time in school history. That team qualified for the NAI National Tournament and made it to the finals, the very first team in Mile High's history to ever go to a national championship and make the finals, finishing in a phenomenal 14th place. That team helped Mile Valley for the first time in school history win the Southern States Conference All Sports Award, and I'll read to you from the press release. It said, the win was boosted by first in golf and baseball, third in basketball, and fifth in tennis. That team had a player named to the NAIA Academic All-American team for the first time in school history. And that team has two individuals who have already been inducted as individuals in this prestigious Hall of Fame. But we knew we could be better. Coach Davis knew we could be better. The question was how. When we wrapped up the national appearance for the first time up in Saginaw, Michigan, he got the team together in a little room and gave us the talk. The talk was this. He told us, this summer, for those of you coming back, I want you to practice hard, but don't ever believe that the old saying is true, that practice makes perfect. He said, perfect practice makes perfect. Second, he told us to truly believe that at any point in time, anyone on that team, on any golf course, in any tournament, would have the low round of that day, and every single person's score counted in every single round of every single tournament, including practice. Thirdly, the success of that team allowed him to go recruit some skilled players. Greg Adderholm from Coleman, Tim Mostaferis from the Fort Walton Beach Naval Air Force Base area, to round out a squad that only lost one player at graduation. I must say, too, Tim, if you're watching, he can't be here because he had a bad heart accident. He can't walk. He's in a wheelchair for 43 years. Limited use of his hands, and he's an inspiration to us all. We miss you, Tim. So, the stage was set for what Todd said was the opportunity to take the golf program from relative obscurity to national prominence. Let me tell you about this team's success. The opening tournament of our fall schedule set the tone for the entire year. We thought we were ready, we didn't really know. But in years past, including the 80 team, our typical score, you play 6 players and take the best 4, or you play 5 players, take the best 4. Our typical score would be 1 or 2 players would have a pretty good round. In fact, an excellent round. But we lacked the depth to have the other 2 or 3 scores that were good to make the team score excellent. So we had some good results, but we knew we could do better. But this time, in the first round of the first tournament of that year, one of those new players came out of the chutes and shot 66. If that wasn't good enough, the other 3 scores that counted were 2 under, so we shot 8 under par in the first round of that first tournament which is by far the lowest round that a golf team in Montevallo had ever shot in major competition. And we played well. The next day we won. Going away, we had both the tournament title and the individual champion. That showed us that we, as individuals, would do what Dr. Davis said and play as a team. We could go far, but we didn't quite know how good we were going to be. But we began to tear through the competition. The next tournament was the University of North Alabama Golf Classic. We had the team championship and the individual championship. We then went to Nashville and played the Nashville Village Invitational event. We had the team and individual runner-up. And to wrap up the fall schedule, the John C. Calhoun Community College Invitational, we had the team and individual runner-up. That's a 35-2 team record in a very tough field in each tournament. And candidly, we couldn't wait to get back after the break and hit that spring schedule. The spring schedule started with the Shorter College Invitational in Rome, Georgia. I'm going to read to you what that tournament program said about this team. I'm quoting. When you talk about the Falcon golf team around Coach Leon Davis these days, he smiles like a mule eating briars. Coach Davis could be smiling when this is all over. In a very large and talented field, we had the team and individual runner-up. We had a better result next in a tournament that we hosted, team runner-up and individual champion. I think we got a little overconfident in that third tournament of that schedule where we finished a respectable 5th place in a big crowd as a team, and we had the individual runner-up, but that really was a wake-up call to us. Because we knew the next 2 tournaments would decide the fate of our whole season. The next tournament was the Southern States Conference Tournament, where the team won again, and we had the individual champion again. And then we went to the NAIA District 27 tournament, where we won again and had the individual champion again. That secured our place at the NAIA National Tournament, where we once again not only qualified, we made the final cut and finished a phenomenal 11th place overall. Well, to put that in perspective, think about this. 4 team champions and 4 team runner-up out of 9 leading to nationals. 5 individual championships by 3 different players. 22 all-tournament teams by 5 different players. A Southern States Conference Championship repeat. District 27 NAIA title as a repeat. We had an NAIA Coach of the Year again, repeat. We had a National Tournament Finals appearance repeat. We had a repeat academic All-American that qualified the previous year and that year. We had a first-team All-American, Montevallo's first team All-American in any sport that year. We had the Dean's Trophy winner and the Neil Shirley Award winner. This team pushed each other hard to be the best we could be. Even though tournaments wouldn't allow all of our teams to participate, every single person on that team made it every single day and every single week to push and push and push to be the best we could be as a team. This gave us phenomenal lifetime memories. We learned some life lessons along the way. Coach Davis allowed us as a team, as individuals, room to grow and learn, even to make some mistakes, as long as we learned through them. Catch me afterwards and let me tell you about the time he bailed me out of jail at 4 o'clock in the morning in his bathrobe. Okay? That's why 2 individuals on this team have already been inducted in this Hall of Fame, and that's why this is Leon's 2nd University of Montevallo induction and 5th overall as an athlete or for his service, but the very first with the team he coached. Coach, you've been a great impact on all of our lives. I get tears thinking about it. In fact, I think most people in this room would say the same thing about your impact on their lives. And eternity will show that fruit one day. So, Coach, let me give you the floor now. Coach Davis.
happy moment for me. And I'll say at the very beginning, excuse me, I'm so appreciative of these fellows for carrying me along all the ride. I didn't hear a person say anything about a stacked lunch. But we ate stacked lunches. We didn't get big deals for meals and that kind of thing. And one of the things I want to do early is to say how pleased I am and how thankful I am that the University of Montevallo takes time to recognize people who have done really well here. We didn't have, and one of the things we didn't do, you want to hear a history lesson? One of the things we didn't do very well in the early years with men on campus was keep in touch with those people that came and really contributed a great deal to this institution. And the thing one person I want to recognize tonight, he's already been introduced. We did not have a Hall of Fame and hadn't really even thought about having a Hall of Fame here at the University of Montevallo for athletes. And we had a gentleman named Bob Reisner that was able to get here as baseball coach. And Bob came with the idea of doing this, instituting, starting a Hall of Fame program. He did the legwork. He's the father of the reason you're here tonight. Bob, take a standing or sitting down over there. I don't know how much of a history lesson you want to hear tonight, but since I've got the microphone, just relax. When we came here, they did have, when I came here, 3 years ago, we had 5 sports. We had cross country, golf, tennis, baseball, and then when we came and started the basketball program. I've seen a lot of history, and I bet you're sitting saying to yourself, I bet he has. And the thing, we were talking in the lobby earlier, one of the guys said to me, he said, we thought you were old in 1981. And I told him, you ought to see me now. Now again, my background's in team sports, and at the time we were here starting programs, the men in the PE department were coaches as well as teachers. And we came with the understanding, I came as an assistant professor to start a basketball program. And I've seen a lot of good things happen in the program, and my hat's off to Doc Stewart, Mark Richards, for all they're doing, and I really enjoy seeing all the successes and opportunities that students have for being in our athletic program. Thank them a whole lot for what they've done. Again, my background was in team sports, and one of the things I learned, I had to watch other coaches, golf coaches. And most of the golf coaches that we competed against were folks like Leon Davis, who didn't know which end to hold a golf racket. Paul indicated that when he was playing here, that he got three golf balls each tournament. And I kept listening, and I heard all these experienced coaches, and they would say, I would listen to what they were telling their players, and this one guy said, I give my players 3 balls and tell them to get in 4 darts. And that's the instructions they gave. And that's about all they knew about it. But the other thing that I had to adjust also, I said when I was coaching basketball that the hardest thing a coach had to do was to try to look intelligent while his team's warming up. If you ever watch a basketball coach, they'll walk here and they'll walk there. Anyway, I found out in golf that was beneficial to me. I had the experience of looking unintelligent, because in golf, you're not supposed to talk to your players while they're playing. So I can handle that. And so it was quite an adjustment. And one of the, and I'm listening to all this stuff they're saying, I must have been a pretty good coach. One of the things I learned also, and really I kind of worked this out myself, on the motivational aspect of things, I figured it out that I needed to give them something to look forward to each tournament. One of the things that happened, we were playing one day in a tournament. First day, the first guy, we played 5 players. First guy comes in, I ask him what's his score, how he played. And he gave a high number and I fussed at him a little bit, not knowing what to say. But anyway, the next guy comes in and he doesn't have a good score either. So again, all I need to do is fuss at him a little bit. And third and fourth came in, nobody had a good score. Finally, the last guy comes in, he's supposed to be our best player. And I asked him his score and said 85. And I said, yeah, my goodness. Well, anyway, I was trying to show my disgust at how we played. And this particular player, when I said, hey, you played awful, he said, Coach, where we gonna eat? And that's how much I was getting through to him. I said, we're going to the Piggly Wiggly. He said, Piggly Wiggly? What can you get at a Piggly Wiggly? He said, I'm gonna get you some of these little, I said, I'm gonna get you some of these little sardines, these little flat cans. And I said, if you play better tomorrow, I'll get you some of the keys to open them up with you. Larry told you about some of the successes the team did have. And it's true that when I became the golf coach in 1970, 71, there was no scholarships, no nothing, and nobody had done any recruiting, I don't think, at that point, because we didn't have time. And so we go out and start trying to recruit, and started off with a little scholarship a few years later. And these fellows worked hard and did really represent the university well. When we first became the golf coach, we played match play. And after a couple of years, it developed into stroke play. And most of the time, in those first couple of years, it was home and home scheduling. We'd play a team here. We had the little golf course here. And we'd play a tournament, one day deal here. And then we'd return that match. We played the University of North Alabama. We'd play them down here, go up there and dual matches, just 2 teams playing. And it developed into a situation where you had tournaments were starting to take place, be sponsored, and it developed into a situation where you had 2-day tournaments, and that was really a good situation because it was more like golf. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know that these guys, I found out looking back that the first golf team we had here at Montevallo was 1960. And over the years, we had a lot of people that have come and done really well. One of the things we were able to do is to go to various golf courses in the area and make arrangements so that our players could come there and practice. You know about the Montevallo golf course, it was really short, and we didn't have very many golf courses in a tournament play that we could hit a driver and a wedge into the green. Normally have to hit a 3-wood, 4-wood, something like that, or maybe a 3-iron. And so we had other courses that let us come. We had privileges at River Chase, at Cahaba Falls over in Central, Inverness in the county, and other places at Pine Harbor over in Bell City, and also Frank House Golf Course in Bessemer. Now, those, that meant that these players had to go there to get on the golf course that really would challenge them. Again, Larry mentioned about the honors that many of the players garnered while we're here. And the one thing he did mention is that in 1986, a gentleman who's here tonight won the Alabama Open tournament after playing here at Mount Valley. Gordon Summers. Gordon, will you stand up a minute? If you aren't into the golf scene, you probably don't know a lot about what the Alabama Open is, but that is a tournament where all the golf pros in the state can play various courses, golf pros courses, and the better amateur players. Everybody plays, so he was still along that one year and came to and graduated here. So we were fortunate enough again to get these young gentlemen to come. Norm, again, as mentioned, he came from Chicago, Illinois. We had a player 2 or 3 years earlier that decided he wanted to come south to play golf. He was from the area that Norm was from in south Chicago. So as a result of that, we had at least 4 or 5 golfers came from there, and we had some really good tennis players. Came from Chicago, south side, and came and enrolled here and played in residential school. Scott Henderson was from Alexander City, which has one of the nicest golf courses in the world, Willow Point, and he played it every day. And unfortunately, Scott didn't make this trip. He went to Texas with his team. Les Hoffman, his mom grew up here in Montevallo. His daddy grew up in Calera, and he lived in Florence, Alabama, and came down to try out one day, I guess you'd say try out. So we go up the River Station Golf Course, and we're gonna play. Where'd you hit the ball on the second tee right there?
Oh, gosh, I don't remember.
He started out really messing the hole up, but he came, and he came back and had a pretty good score on the hole. And so he came and played here for 4 years. One of the things I tell you about Les is his family. Pam, his wife, is an outstanding golfer. You played the University of Alabama, did you? And so Les has had golf pro jobs at 2 or 3 really great courses. And the star of that family is sitting by his mother here. Price, would you stand up? Price. Price has won the state Special Olympics championship how many times? 2? Anyway, here he and his daddy have done this. They've played internationally, and done really well. And now you see on Price's face is not fake. He means it. Great.
Coach, I'm the 4th best golfer in my family.
Les says today he's the 4th best golfer in his family. He's bragging, I think. Okay, next is William Brummett from Florence. He was from Florence and came down, and unfortunately he didn't make the trip to Huntsville, Texas. Greg Adderhold, I have a story about Greg Adderhold. He's from Coleman, grew up playing Coleman Municipal Golf Course. And the golf coach they had there, he wasn't really a coach, he was a nagger, wasn't he? And he kept saying, Greg can't do this, Greg can't do that. And so he finished in junior college, Wallace Haskell Junior College, and came down here to play. And the first time we played here, after he came here, the first time we played was at Coleman, and we played two golf courses. That first round was on the Coleman Municipal Course. And as Larry mentioned, he goes up there and shoots 66, with 6 under par. And I don't know if he went with a vengeance or if he just had a really good day, but he showed Mr. Hart, the golf coach he had up there, he could play. And as Larry said, that was the first time, I guess, in history that our team had an under par round as a team. Larry Allen. And our lease is running out of now. I don't care. There's not a day in my life that I've regretted the fact that I came to the University of Mama Valley, Alabama College in 1963. And I've had a great time here. I've watched a lot of great things happen because we've had some great people, and I've just kind of sat back and watched it happen. And I'm so thankful to be here and appreciate all you folks, and look forward to see you again next year. Thank you. If we can have all of the recipients join on stage, we're going to have a group picture, and those that are here, if you could just give these guys and girls a special recognition as they come forward and get their picture. And there is an afterglow at Main Street Tavern, and I don't know whose tab it's going to be, but my job's done. Thank you so much. Congratulations to each and every one of you.
Your business school, right?
Jerry Fulmer.
Andres.
Jerry Fulmer, come on down. You're a business grad from Valhalla. No? Oh, never mind. Stay away. Who else is business? Carlos, yes. Come on down. Come on down. We're going to make you famous. Lanny McMinn and Harry Hamilton. We'll claim you. Come on down. Here comes Harry. Who is? Lanny McMinn. Lanny McMinn. Come on down. We're going to let you join our picture.
Brad.
Who else? Brad Diegmeyer.
Brad Diegmeyer.
Who else? He's coming, I think. Here comes Brad. Who else? We're going to make all of you famous. So here's the deal, guys. If you can't see the camera, it can't see you. So get every other person or whatever. I know everybody wants to go to town. How do you want to do them? All right, y'all can practice. We can't see you, Brad. Come up to the front. This is good. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you as well. Okay. If you can't be seen, you won't be identified. So here you're good. I'm going to come stand by you. Okay, hang on a minute.
All the golf swings I'm doing is good. Yeah. Good to see y'all. Bye. Nice to meet you.
Congrats to you. Congratulations.
Bye guys, I'll see you on Sunday. Okay.
I did. You did.
No, but Melanie started right, and I was like, I'm not doing it. I get so
Billy wants to talk too. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I've been quiet the whole evening. And then I went off, as soon as it gets quiet.
Is that worse than what it was?
Yes. Where we going with this?
My truck's unlocked. Are you supposed to open in there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab the street stuff. Who needs this green stuff that I have up here? Is this you for tomorrow? Yeah.
I need the computer. I have everything else I need.
Well, I have a Black Magic.
I have the other. We have two.
Stevie doesn't need one.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Because then Jonathan's I use for replay, right?